So a few people have expressed interest in seeing how the racks, the suspension racks, work in this trailer. So I just thought I'd make a quick video and show you guys how it was done. So basically, the main component are these rails here. They're 25 millimeter rails. I put a link to these things somewhere in the chat there. They're connected to the rack mount here with these steel angle iron. I think I said they were aluminum. I think they're steel, but either one would work. These are the bearing carriage assemblies. So the two comes with each rail. The rails are attached to the sides of the trailer here with just screws every 4 centimeters or so, a couple inches. And that's how they are attached. Then there's threaded holes here in the carriage blocks. So there's 4 of them. So I used the 2 over here. And then the angles is bolted on to the wooden frame. The springs, I've got 3 of them on each rack, so depending on the weight. And then you can pre-bias the load by simply moving this piece of wood here that the upper bolts are attached to. You can move this up or down depending on how much preload you need on those springs. Damping, it's done here. So that's just an air cylinder I got from Princess Auto here in Canada. I think Harbor Freight would sell them as well in the US. And then I just got some fittings here from Home Depot to build a little reservoir. So when the rod side is fully emptied, when the cylinder side's fully emptied, there's room for the excess to go. And then I just poured the 2 sides of the cylinder together, put RV antifreeze in there so in the wintertime that doesn't freeze. And that's enough to act as a damping solution. When I first did this, I put a valve here just in case I needed to valve that off a bit for more damping, but really just the flow of the antifreeze itself is enough to damp it. Let's see. Hope that answers most of the questions. What else could I say about this? Look over here at this one. What I've also done, so I used 3/4 inch plywood here with some of this interlocking flooring mat here. It seems to do a pretty good job. The composite bodies, so this is a Comparf Ultra Flash, are pretty resistant and pretty strong to any kind of damage that this type of mounting might have on them. And because this is all like it's suspended anyway, this is just, if I jump in here, that moves. But really the planes are not taking any impact at all. The L39 down here, I do have some extra padding here. So there's a good 4 centimeters of padding there. So it's a good wide area, spreads across. And then also here, it also sits on, I got some foam here, and so where the wings plug in here, it sits on there as well. So that gives it some extra protection. I use a lot of Velcro. That seems to work really well. The wing tube here actually pushes into a hole in that bottom piece I just showed you. So that locks it in place so that can't move side to side. The wings, I kind of decided to do the wings this way. So again, Velcro here, and then this just hinges up, and that opens up the wings access. Meanwhile, when everything's pushed down, they're held in there securely. Same thing over here. The P51 wing, I just made a cradle, put it up against the wall, and then fashioned some hooks here out of wood. Velcro all the way around, up to there, and that holds that in really well. cabinets here. Let's see. They hold my generator down there. And I got a little latch here. And all this just comes right out. And the same thing for the fuel tank. The fuels is also a latch down there, and all these are on drawers, so they slide out for easy access. And the latch is here just in case the bumps don't make that bounce out. Cabinets here hold the wings, so I just leave them in the wing bags, strap them lightly to the back, and that keeps them in. Same thing over here, just odds and ends. There's a wagon that I use to haul everything from the trailer to the pits, and there's chairs in there and things like that. More fuel down below here. And another night flyer mounted here. Same idea, Velcro and some saddles to keep it on the wall. And then the power station distribution there. That's just an RV power supply, power converter. I've got some 24 volt outlets here. I've got a 24 volt power supply in there for the bigger 6-cell batteries that I use for the helicopters, so we can get some high charge rates there. And there's 12 volts over here. These rear ports, they're interesting because what I did is I cabled everything back on each side to these ports down here, and I can just plug my charger into the front ports and they come right out here. Then I can plug my charge cables from there into the airplane so I can charge them on the rack. So that works out pretty good. What else? The drawers, they're all made on like 75-pound roller bearings, so they're good and sturdy. To keep them from opening, let's see if I can get that. I found these things on Amazon. They're little hooks that you put on there, and then they couple up to, let's see if I can get that, the receiving piece in there. And when they close, they close. It takes a lot of effort, you know, to get those open. So I did have trouble with them bouncing open in the beginning, but they solved that problem. Lots of storage up here. Probably more storage than I can deal with right now. So I've got some stuff in bins, just adhesives and whatnot. Also, I guess the last thing I wanted to show you was I put a camera up there so that I can see all these things when I'm driving the truck. I've got a small monitor up there so I can just keep an eye on everything. I keep the lights on when I drive, and I can see how everything's doing back here. So I hope that answers some of your questions. All this stuff I got on Amazon. The springs I got at Home Depot, I think, and the piston for the shock absorber I got at Princess Auto. Springs are about maybe 1 1/8 inch in diameter, I think, and they're probably 18 to 24 inches long. I can get some more details on that, but I did find them at a home building supply store, so if you're looking for them. Okay, well, that's about it. Hope the video wasn't too long. Kind of new with the Osimo device here, so just trying to get used to that. But yeah, hopes it helped. If you have any questions, let me know. Thanks.